I like being a child of Shirley Jackson. It makes me stand up here and feel creepy. All right, so the nominees in the short fiction category for the 2013 Shirley Jackson Awards are 57 Reasons for the Slate Quarry Suicides by Sam J. Miller. And I'm going to say hold your applause till I get through the whole list, or we'll be here for a while, okay? Furnace by Livia Llewellyn. The Memory Book by Maureen McHugh. The Statue in the Garden by Paul Park. That Tiny Flutter of the Heart by Robert Shearman. The Traditional by Maria Davana Headley. Okay? And the award goes to 57 Reasons for the Slate Quarry Suicide by Sam J. Miller. Woo! Yes.
Thank you. Kit, you'll be happy to know that I too am about to throw up and fall down. They didn't tell me how long I had up here, so no. Okay, good.
Remember, I said I was creepy.
I'm excited. So in the award shows on television, they always thank God first. So I'm going to thank my creator, my mom, and my dad. And my mom gave me The Haunting of Hill House when I was 13 and ruined me forever. And so this story has 57 authors, but I'm not going to name them all. It's really sort of the bastard love child of Ken Liu's The Man Who Ended History and Carmen Maria Machado's Inventory, which both showed me that you could do a really messed up structural conceit really well. This was my audition story for Altered Fluid. Who's from Altered Fluid in this room? So Altered Fluid gave me a ton of awesome feedback, and especially Elia Dawn Johnson and Kate Tempest Bradford really gave me particular points that made the story obviously awesome. I want to thank everybody at Nightmare, especially LaShawn Wannock, who fished it out of the slush, and John Joseph Adams, who said let's publish this, and Wendy Wagner, who was amazing, and everyone on the Shirley Jackson Awards jury and administration. I want to thank my Clarion 2012 family, especially Lisa Bolakaja and Ruby Katigbak, who came all the way here and are wonderful. And I want to thank all the nominees, especially Maria Davana Headley, who is like the best thing writing in short fiction these days. And I want to thank my husband, Wansi. Thank you.
Okay, this feels good. I like this. Okay, so the nominees in the single author collection category are Before and Afterlives by Christopher Barzak, Everything You Need by Michael Marshall Smith, In Search of and Others by Will Ludvigsen, North American Lake Monsters by Nathan Ballingrud, and The Story Until Now by Kit Reed. And the award goes to Before and Afterlives by Christopher Barzak and North American Lake Monsters by Nathan Ballingrud. Mr. Barzak could not join us today, but Mary Rickert will accept on his behalf. Mr. Ballingrud could not join us today, and Ellen Datlow will accept on his behalf.
Oh, okay. Chris says, I'm very sorry not to be able to attend, but I am so grateful to be recognized by this distinguished jury. Shirley Jackson's work has been an enormous influence on me since I was a teenager, assigned to read The Lottery in a high school English class. like so many of us from a certain generation were. Her small-town spooks and just on the edge of surreal thrills spoke to me on so many levels. To have my collection of stories recognized in her name is really, as they say, a dream, or perhaps in Shirley's case, a nightmare come true. Thank you again.
Nothing to see here. Nathan had planned to be here, but he was not able to at the last minute. To be associated in any way with Shirley Jackson's legacy is an honor beyond measure, and I'm grateful from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to everyone who supported my little book and helped generate such wonderful word of mouth. You made all the difference. Particular thanks are due to Ellen Datlow, who shepherded most of the stories into the world, and to my other editors, Andy Cox, Gary McMahon, and of course Kelly Lincoln, Gavin J. Grant. It must be said that 2013 was an extraordinary year for collections of dark fiction. Aside from the other collections listed on this ballot, any one of which deserved to win. There were brilliant collections by John Langan, Laird Barron, Linda E. Rucker, Mark Valentine, Reggie Oliver, Karen Russell, Caitlin R. Kiernan, and Ramsey Campbell, to name just a few. We are absurdly rich. Go out there and read them all. Thank you.
Absurdly rich, yes. Okay. So the nominees in the edited anthology category are The Book of the Dead, edited by Jared Shurin. End of the Road, edited by Jonathan Oliver. Grimm Scribe's Puppets, edited by Joseph S. Pulver. Queen Victoria's Book of Spells, an anthology of gas lamp fantasy, edited by Ellen Datlow. Okay, and Terry Windley. And Where the Dark Eye Glances, Queering Edgar Allan Poe, edited by Steve Berman. And the award goes to I know, it's actually very exciting opening the envelope and pulling it out and reading Grimm Scribe's Puppets, edited by Joseph S. Pulver Sr. Mr. Pulver could not join us today, but Mike Griffin will accept on his behalf.
And then my phone to read what he wrote. All right, Joe couldn't be here. He lives in Berlin, but oh my gosh, my phone has, I thought it would be clever.
I can hold this for you
Yeah,
if you
thank
want
you.
to.
Yeah, my phone has decided to zoom in on the speech. I'll see if I can do this. The Shirley Jackson Award, there are rooms in that castle named for Kiernan, Cisco, Datlow, Hand, Shepard, and Barron. Just looking up at it, you need your sunglasses on. You never dream your name will be mentioned at the door, but one day you get an email saying you've been nominated for a Shirley Jackson Award. You read it 15 times in a row, every what and wow as unbelievably giddy as the last. Then you spend the day walking around with your feet several inches off the ground. You email the contributors, thank them, and think how lucky you were to have traveled with them. You've been nominated for the award, looking over the list of very worthy fellow nominees. You don't think you'll win, but just being nominated is the award. You can die happy now. I'd like to thank the Shirley Jackson Awards committee and jurors for this wonderful award. I also want to thank Scott Anilowski and Tom Lynch of Miskatonic River Press for greenlighting the project, but most of all I want to thank the contributors. They made Grimm Scribes what it is, and it was a privilege and pleasure to work with them. Thanks.
So the nominees in the novella category are Burning Girls by Veronica Shanos, Children of No One by Nicole Cushing, Helen's Story by Roseanne Rabinowitz. It Sustains by Mark Morris. The Gateway by Nina Allen. The Last Revelation of Glaatki by Ramsey Campbell. And Whom the Gods Would Destroy by Brian Hodge. And the award goes to Burning Girls by Veronica Janos.
Thank you. I might fall over, but I'm pretty sure I won't throw up. It's so exciting! Thank you so much. This is so amazing. I think these awards are wonderful. I come every year I'm at ReaderCon. It's just always wonderful to see, and I mean, Shirley Jackson is amazing, and I'm really sort of babbling at the moment. But I love these awards. I have a huge amount of respect for them, not only because of how wonderful Shirley Jackson is and was, but because of the people who put these awards together and put all the work into making them happen. And it's, I think it's just an incredible labor of love, and really wonderful to have the honor to be part of that. I'm also incredibly grateful to Ellen Datlow, who is just a superb editor and makes my stories look presentable before she lets them out the door, because sometimes they go out my door looking a little scruffy. Burning Girls was probably the piece I have worked on the longest. I think I worked on it for about 5 or 6 years before it saw the light of day, and many people read it and read incarnations of it and put it into the shape it ended up in, which apparently was a really good shape, and I'm very grateful. So I just really want to thank Genevieve Valentine and Delia Sherman, my Aunt Barbara Goldstein, who read it for the Yiddish, and Tempest Bradford, I'm sorry. Thank you. And Nora Jemison. And I also really want to thank my family, my mother and my father, April and David Shanis, who probably have not been mentioned in the same sentence in around 15 years, but who met in SDS in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and brought me up like a good New York leftist, knowing about the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire as a turning point, as a flashpoint, if you'll forgive the word, in the history of New York City and in labor history. And to my best friend, Helen Pilanovsky, her husband, Jonas Oxgaard, and my godson, their son, Oberon Oxgaard, who just make my life a joyful one. So thank you so, so much.
Okay. The nominees in the novel category are The Accursed. What? Whoa. No, it was stuck to the other page. Okay, sorry. Yes, I have 2 more pages, so thank you. The nominees in the novelette category are Cry Murder in a Small Voice by Greer Gilman, A Little of the Night by Tanith Lee, My Heart is Either Broken by Megan Abbott, Phosphorus by Veronica Shanis, and Raptors by Conrad Williams. And the winner is Cry Murder in a Small Voice by Greer Gilman. But I can hold it if you like.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Well, guess I'm scary. Who knew? I was monster angry when I wrote this story.
That film, Anonymous, had just come out, and the media was full of its promoters saying that the Glover's son, Shakespeare, wasn't privileged enough to be a writer. Here, whoever Shakespeare was, he wasn't a little ordinary yeoman. I'm quite certain he was a quite exceptional aristocrat who had to keep totally quiet and needed Shakespeare as a cover. An extraordinary little yeoman, my little Haitian dressmaker, my houseboy, and that was Vanessa Redgrave of the Workers' Revolutionary Party. As my friend Kathy Butler said, scratch a socialist, find an extra from Downton Abbey. Shirley Jackson would have laughed. Yeah. Look around this room, Vanessa. All of us weird people write, we write. And the Anonymian cult also believes that writers only write about their own quite exceptional lives. One must be a prince to write Hamlet, a vampire to write Dracula. Let's stake that conceit, shall we? I myself have been a ghost now and then, a whole pantheon of vengeful goddesses, a murder of crows, and I love that I get to be Ben Jonson in all his fury, his fatness, and his honesty. I love playing in his world of players, writing poetry and taking names. I give my Shakespeare teachers thanks for my good grounding and absolve them of all blame. That goes to Nine Weaving's obstreperous LJ friends, you dared me. My extraordinary thanks to Sonia Tafe, who shaped this tale in colloquy, to Lila Garrett, who reshaped it, and to Kelly Link, who conjured moments of strangeness. I'm indebted to Leah Zander and Faye Ringel for their excellent close readings of the manuscript, and to Mad Robbins for advice on dirty swordplay. All praise to Kathleen Jennings for her enchanting cover art, and above all, to my beloved, tiny, celebrated small beer press, Kelly Link and Gavin Grant, who call forth stories from the vasty deep. They publish monsters.
And now, nominees in the novel category: The Accursed by Joyce Carol Oates, American Elsewhere by Robert Jackson Bennett, The Demonologist by Andrew Piper, The Ghost Bride by Yang-Shi Chu, Night Film by Marisha Pessel, Wildfell by Michael Rao. And the award goes to, American Elsewhere by Robert Jackson Bennett.
I really did not expect to be up here to the extent that I really did not prepare much of a speech. This award means a huge amount to me. In 2011, if I could tell you a very quick story for you, I'll start rolling your eyes, in 2011, my son had just been born. I had just lost my job and was working at a factory. And I was discouraged with a lot of things. I was new at publishing, and kids at publishing, I think, get discouraged a little bit more easier than those who have been at it for a while. And I was, kind of in a dark place. And I remember one Sunday in July, I was sitting around, and all of a sudden my phone went nuts. And I looked at it, and I saw that I'd won the Shirley Jackson Award. And that was a huge moment for me. It was a win when I really needed to have one. And it was one of those things that said, you should keep doing this, you should keep writing. And so I did. And now I'm here. And this means just a huge, obviously I'm doing something right. And I'm incredibly grateful. I'm incredibly grateful to have received it. I'd like to thank my agent, Cameron, who's here, and my publisher, Orbit, for allowing me to make this happen, and for my wife for tolerating me leaving her with my son and an injured dog on a weekend while she desperately needs some support. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you.
That concludes the Shirley Jackson Awards ceremony. I want to again thank Andrea and Kit, all the nominees, all the jurors, ReaderCon. We are running a little bit short on time, so typically we'd ask the nominees and the winners to come up here to have their photographs taken. If we can just sort of assemble right outside the doors, so we just get some group photos of the nominees and jurors, the nominees and the winners before you go to your next event, that would be great. Thank you again all for coming.